Everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is a full review of Aventus Cologne. I recently purchased a bottle of Royal Oud from the Creed website and I was able to pick 2 free samples. So I got Aventus Cologne because I'd never smelled it, and Viking Cologne because I never smelled that either. I wasn't a fan of the original Viking, but Aventus, I've owned a bottle of Aventus for about 8 years, I think. I just finished it like last month. And so I'm very familiar with Aventus, and so I wanted to try the Cologne version. So I'll give it a spray again on the back of my hand just to refresh my memory of the top notes. So with this, there is a similarity to the original Aventus, but there are differences too. For me, this is a little bit fresher, a little bit more citrusy in the opening than the bottle that I had. The bottle of Aventus, of the original Aventus I had, was more fruity, as in that kind of pineapple, juicy pineapple note was more obvious. You don't get the pineapple vibe in this. It's like there's a clean citrus, a little bit of a spiciness. Ginger and pink pepper are listed on the notes, and yeah, you get a fresh, lighter, a little bit more citrusy, a little bit more spiced version of the original. There's definite differences, but also you can tell that the DNA, the backbone, is still Aventus-y. It's still got that kind of masculine, musky kind of smell to it that the original has. This is just a little bit fresher in the opening, a little bit brighter, and just a little bit kind of spicier. As it dries down, I feel it gets a little bit more kind of simple or boring compared to the original. It's a little bit lighter, not as much going on. I find it on my skin, this was definitely less of the other notes, like less woody, less complex. I got more of a musky kind of feel from this as it starts to dry down. And people might not like me saying this. There's something in it that does remind me of an antiperspirant spray from a can, or deodorant spray. I'm not comparing it to like Axe or Lynx, but like a little bit. But like, I don't know, like an Adidas or Right Guard or something, like an antiperspirant can where they make masculine kind of musky smelling fragrances like that people wear to the gym and stuff. It's like it's got a little bit of that kind of vibe to this, where I can imagine this coming out of an antiperspirant can that is not expensive. It smells, I can't explain particularly why, but I get that kind of vibe from it. I got a little bit of that vibe from the original Aventus, but it's sort of enhanced in this. It smells even more like an antiperspirant or a deodorant than the original did. Again, I'm not sure kind of why, that's where my memory bank goes in my brain. I can imagine a guy like just finishing at the gym and pulling out a can of antiperspirant from his bag and as he walks out of the room, you get a kind of a waft of this kind of thing. It smells masculine, it smells like a male fragrance, it's musty, it's musky, and yeah, that's the kind of connotation that my mind goes to. The main difference in the dry down to the original is I find this is sweeter. There's a definite sweetness in this that I did not get in the original. The sweetness is not specifically a vanillic or vanillin kind of sweetness. There's probably that in there too, but it's slightly more fruity. It's like there's a fruity sweetness that's very long lasting that carries on all the way into the far dry down, and it's definitely sweeter than the original Aventus. So for me personally, if we're talking about like which one is better, which one is really, it's personal opinion, personal taste. You might prefer this one, you might prefer the original one. If we're going on personal opinion and personal taste, I preferred the smell of the original. This one smells a little bit more designer-like, a little bit cheaper smelling. The main differences for me is the cologne is softer, lighter, fresher, a little bit spicier, and then in the mid, less woody, more musky, and then in the dry down, a little bit sweeter than the original with this kind of vanilla-y, fruity sweetness that the original just doesn't have. This is noticeably has a little bit of sweetness in the dry down. Those are the main differences, and like I say, personal opinion will dictate which one you prefer. In terms of performance, the Projection Sillage felt closer to the skin than the original, and in terms of longevity itself, I would say pretty much a skin scent by about 3 to 4 hour mark. However, as a skin scent, it was quite long lasting. 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, I could still perceive it as a soft skin scent. I would say it fulfills all the same kind of roles as the original did. It's just a little bit different. It's the same but different. That's it. If you've tried both, let me know if you have a favourite, and I'll see you all next time with another review. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.